Today we will learn about different components of MS Excel 2010 window. First, we should understand what is spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is a computer application where we store data in rows and columns. Here is the icon for MS Excel 2010. MS Excel 2010 is a spreadsheet package. We store data in rows and columns in Excel. To open Microsoft Excel, we go to All Programs, then Microsoft Office 2010, then Microsoft Excel 2000. Here we see a page. This is how the page looks when you open MS Excel. At the top it is written Book 1 Excel. A single page of Excel is called worksheet. By default, we have 3 worksheets. It is shown at the bottom where you can see it is written sheet 1. A whole document in Excel is called workbook, and a workbook can have many sheets. Next is rows and columns. You see the lines running horizontally, they make row. The row numbers run vertically from 1 to 1,04,856. So altogether we have 1,04,856 rows in Excel sheet. You can see here marked from 1 to 20 visible. It goes up to 1,04,856. Now, the boxes that run vertically, they form the column. We name the column according to the horizontal row right at the top that includes the letters like A, B, C, D, E, like that. It ranges from A to XFD. In total, there are 16,384 columns. In an Excel sheet, there are a lot of boxes formed by the intersection of rows and columns. Each box is called cell. The active cell has a boundary outside it, and we can also see the name of the cell which has a boundary outside at the top, and that box is known as cell address bar. Here we see the address of the active cell or the highlighted cell. Whenever you enter any data, it goes to the active cell. So as we studied, every cell has an unique address. When we talk about this pink cell, it is in the 14th row and column G. So the address will be G14. So let's talk about the purple cell now. It is in the 2nd row and column H. So its address will be H2. This is how we give the address for different cells. Now, the rectangular area covering the group of adjacent cells is called range of cells. The range is defined by cell address with a colon or the range indicator. Here the first cell is A1 and the last cell is E11. So my range is A1 colon E11. Now let's take one more example. Here my first cell is in the first row and column K. So K1, and last is in the column L, 15th row. So my range is K1 colon L15. This is how we mark the range of cells. In an Excel sheet, we can insert text, numbers as well as formulas. Just now we studied about active cell. So can you see an active cell where there is a boundary, different color? Okay, I will just show you. So here is the active cell. Can you name the address of this active cell? So it is I column and first row. So the name is I1. So this is how we name the cell address for any cell. So that is all for today. Now we will see how to work on Excel in the next part of the video.